Hello everybody from Hollywood Studios. You can see in the background we do have the Skyliner going, but today we have some fun announcements to tell you about upcoming travel, some unique things that we're doing on the channel that are kind of first times for us. Also here at Hollywood Studios, they just opened up a new food booth, so we're gonna go check that out, and I feel like it kind of all comes together because it's new things we're doing here, new food here, and I guess like the construction walls are now down in that area, so it kind of brings the whole spot together. We'll go over there, show you everything, do some announcements here, but just tag along with us today on a pretty beautiful day here in Central Florida. I'm really excited. I believe we are, what, about a week or 2 weeks away from the clocks changing, correct?
Oh, I think it's March, is it March 9th or March 2nd? Let me look.
I don't know, but it's coming up here pretty quick, which I love. When we go ahead, shift those clocks forward, it means we get a little bit more sunshine.
10th.
And that's obvious. Oh, the 10th?
The 10th.
All right, there you go. So March 10th, we are coming up close here. Either way, we are walking today. We could have taken the tram, but I feel like it's a nice day. We haven't walked it in a little while, so we're just kind of making our way up to the entrance. Also, I do need to point out, I have yet to see the crowds here at Disney go down. I feel like it has been consistently busy forever, I feel like at this point. So I don't really know what's going on here. The lines today, pretty much the same. Everything's like easily almost 90 plus, I feel like, for every single big ride. So keep that in mind, I guess. Everyone thought that, January and February were the times to travel, and I don't know if they necessarily are anymore. Take a look at the ticket prices today for Magic Kingdom, $184, and Hollywood Studios is $179. That is insane, almost $200. I feel like that's the most expensive I feel like I'm almost ever seen it. Isn't it like typically like 150-ish?
I think it's like the 150, 160.
Yeah, 184. Wow.
Hey.
Welcome to Hollywood Studios.
Try again.
They also have brought back double show times for Fantasmic. They do have the 8 p.m. and the 9:30 p.m. Again, the park closes at 9, so if you want to watch Fantasmic after park closes, which is a pretty good idea, go ahead and do the 9:30. I like the 8 p.m. because then you can go ahead and do rides, because a lot of people are going to do the 8 p.m. You can get on some rides, a little bit lower wait times, but if you do want to kind of maximize your time, the 9:30 is probably best for you. We have a few characters doing some meeting and greeting up here at the front of the park, kind of tucked away here. So we can see Pinocchio over here. You have some 7 dwarves. Kind of bizarre, like I said, it's right up front here, but again, a little tucked away. Here's a little look at the crowds that we can see right now, people existing, moving about. Again, it doesn't maybe seem totally crazy to you guys, but I can see just like a constant flow of people here. There's only about 4 hours or so, maybe 3 hours left of the park being open right now. So it's kind of busy. So we are heading over to the Muppets area. That is where the new booth is open. So we're kind of just putzing around, kind of relaxing, enjoying the vibes out here right now. And again, just kind of strolling about, but we should be there in just a second. I'll show you. Again, there was construction walls there last time we walked by. You know it's pretty busy when Star Tours seems to have a pretty decent line this late in the day. Typically this is like a 5 to 10 minute wait. I think it's like 25 or 30 minutes still right now. That's pretty crazy. And here it is, the new food booth. We're gonna go check it out, but there are no more walls here blocking it off. Again, for a long time, there were so many walls protruding outward as you went into Galaxy's Edge, and now they have removed them. So let's go check this out. Again, we are right over by Muppet Vision 3D over there. And I'll show you the menu. It doesn't look too crazy as far as the menu goes. I did see some stuff online, but I'm guessing because it's brand new and open, I feel like a lot of people are probably waiting just to kind of like say they did it. All right, so here is the menu up there. I'll do a little zoom in for you. So they have snacks, which is gonna be a lot of cinnamon-based products there. You have 2 churro options. You have the Bouncin' Mini Churros, the Mini Churros, and then the candy-painted cinnamon rolls. You then have a Mickey-shaped pretzel, which is pretty typical there, the cheese sauce, and then popcorn, and then cotton candy. You also have the premium ice cream and a lot of those kind of treats that you're gonna get at some of those stands. You do have some draft beer here, so you do have Bud Light. Looks like you have some slushies with and without alcohol, I believe, and then you kind of have your typical beverages. So again, it's kind of this stereotypical stand for the most part, but again, it is here. It's a nice option to have, and it's new. I guess the theme of it's kind of cool. It almost feels like it maybe should be in like a Cars Land area. In my opinion, it does say, you know, hydraulics over here. You do have cruise on, buy, and rev up your taste buds. So it kind of feels like a little Cars theme. So at least the option here for the bouncing mini churros looks to be a bit more savory. So maybe we'll try that. It does look pretty good, at least the images do. So I don't know. We're going to figure it out and we'll let you know what we end up ordering. But we're definitely going to find something to eat here.
Candy cane and cinnamon rolls and the bouncing mini churros.
Now there wasn't a whole lot of seating, so we're actually coming down here kind of by Pizza Rizzo. We're gonna go ahead, take one of these tables here. All right, before we actually dig into some of the food, I wanna tell you about our first planned thing that we're doing here on the channel, and that's actually our first Run Disney event, which is coming up this Friday, which is possibly why we're seeing some larger crowds this week. But again, I feel like we've been seeing crowds all the time, just feeling like they're always here. So I don't know if that's totally the case, but this is gonna be our very first Run Disney event this Friday. We're just doing the 5K. We're not really runners, so we don't really know what to expect, but this will be kind of the first. Hopefully then we can kind of bump up down the road. If you guys have done the Run Disney events, feel free to let us know things that maybe we should be prepared for. I did a little bit of research, but I haven't done a ton. So any little tips or things that maybe we might forget, anything like that would be really appreciated. So we did a savory and sweet dish. So we did the savory churros over here. So we figure, you know, double sweet. I feel like we always do sweet treats, and I feel like it'd be nice to at least have something a little bit more savory. I like chicken and waffles, so maybe that's kind of what's gonna happen there. Don't really know. And then we did go ahead and pick up these cinnamon rolls. I do like cinnamon rolls a lot, so we'll see. Also, this is the first time we're getting a popcorn refill, which is something.
Popcorn machine.
Yeah, there you go. So I don't know, have you tried it yet?
I'm getting like a good taste. Be hotter, but I have some good flavor, good salt. It's not bad.
Not worn in yet, I guess. So either way, we did do our popcorn refill, which you can do over there as well. They do not take AP discounts, so do keep that in mind.
Cheers. So they're very weird because they still have that like cinnamon sugar churro flavor, but on top of the cinnamon sugar, there's the savory. So it's like they're sweet, but they're also like garlicky and sriracha-y, but like sweet at the same time. The churro itself is super soft, like probably the best churro we've had since Fantasmic. So like maybe these and the sweet would be more my style, but I think the savory isn't mixing with the sweet well to me.
I didn't even realize what was on them, so sriracha, I guess, kind of, oh, yeah, that is a little weird smelling. I don't know if that is my favorite, and I think I was expecting to get like a chicken and waffle situation where like you get a little bit of sweet, but you get a little bit of like that salty, savory bit. It's weird. It's like the sweetness pushes through so heavy, but then you get a little bit of like that heat and like saltiness from like the bacon. I think like a chicken and waffle or like a chicken and churro dish would be really good here if they did something like that. I just don't know if this is a home run for me. However, the actual churros, like Nicole was saying, they are very soft and you can taste the flavor in them. And I think they're actually really good. So I do think like the sweet version, like the regular mini churros, would have been good with like a little chocolate dipping sauce. These, a little funky for me. All right, next up is the cinnamon rolls. Again, like a painted candy is what they say. So I think that's I don't know if it's almonds. No, I think it's pecans. Yeah. Let us know what you think. They smell good. And these are meant to be a sweet treat. So hopefully it's a little bit sweeter and a little bit better. Maybe not.
So it instantly tasted like a frozen Coke slushie. And I think the like syrup on top is like a Coke reduction syrup because it tastes like Coke. So it's good, but it's not like a cinnamon roll like you think of when we hear cinnamon roll.
Yeah, so you can kind of see there's like this weird sauce or something in there that's kind of glazed over it. I thought it was like a cinnamon or a pecan sauce, but I guess it's like a Coke sauce. We probably should have read what was actually in them, but now we know. I can see it dripping off. I'm gonna try it. Oh, immediately.
Immediately Coke slushie.
Immediately Coke. Wow. So the cinnamon rolls taste like kind of your typical cinnamon roll. Very cinnamony. Weirdly enough, I do think the flavors kind of go well together. But the second it hits your tongue, you immediately can taste like, it tastes like a Coke slushie, 100%. And I know that you guys know that there's a difference between like Coke and Coke slushie. The Coke slushie has that like very unique Coke flavor. It doesn't really taste like a Coca-Cola. And that's exactly this. It tastes exactly like a Coke slushie and a cinnamon roll combined. Kind of cool, kind of unique. not my favorite thing ever. All right, well, final thoughts on the food that we tried there. Again, neither of them I think were like out of this world amazing. Both are unique. I would say the savory churros, something that I feel like worth trying if you want to like try it. I don't know if you're really gonna like it. It's just bizarre. And then the actual cinnamon rolls I thought were kind of fun. I think I'd prefer those over the savory churros. But I'm gonna guess that the regular churros with chocolate sauce are probably really good from there because the actual churros themselves were nice and soft. All right, so we just came over here just to check what it was, and it is a Coca-Cola infused glaze. So that is what was on the actual cinnamon rolls. And then the mini churros have a savory churro topped with Coca-Cola and bourbon candied bacon, sriracha aioli, and scallion. So that is kind of what you're getting with those dishes there, by the way. And for our next announcement of what we are doing here on the channel, which will be coming up in March, we're gonna head over here to the water, maybe kind of spoil something there. Now we've made it to our next spot, and ironically, across the way, we have something pertaining to our next announcement here. All right, so our next announcement is, yes, we are taking our first cruise on the channel. Now this is interesting because myself, I have gone ahead and done probably 5 or 6 cruises at this point in my life. It's been a long time since I have cruised. However, it's going to be Nicole's very first cruise ever. So I'm really excited to see her reaction. So you're gonna be able to see kind of like somebody that's seasoned in cruising and then somebody that has also never done it before kind of cruise. So it'll be cool to see. I don't remember the name of the ship. It isn't the Icon. I know that's like the big new one everyone is kind of ranting and raving over. It is a royal ship and it is a mega ship. I will probably put it in the screen here at some point, but either way, that is going to be in March. That is going to be our first ever trip to Port Canaveral, I guess, number one, but also obviously doing a cruise together. So really excited for it. I think it's 4 nights. So we didn't want to do like too short at like 3 nights, and we didn't want to do 7 nights because it's going to be her first time. So if she's not loving it, at least like it's not this super long trip. But if she is liking it, at least we have 2 ports that we're hitting, and hopefully that's going to be a lot of fun. Also, with that being said, make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. Turn that little bell notification on so you are informed when those videos do get released. And again, Nicole has been asking for years to go on a cruise, so this is gonna be really cool. I'm excited to see what kind of comes of it. And really, we don't know everything that's going on because it's been so long with Royal. I know they've done some updating to like the islands, everything like that. So right now, I don't think we have any excursions planned yet, but we're gonna kind of just like play it by ear a little bit. So I think we're a little unprepared, but also like, I don't know how much you totally can prepare for a cruise because I feel like everything's like done on board. I don't know, it's been a while. I'm excited. We do have a balcony, but it's not guaranteed to be an ocean view, which is something new to like cruising for me too. Is it's like most of the time if you got a balcony you had the ocean view, but because now this is one of the mega ships and there's like the indoor balconies and the outdoor balconies, it's kind of weird. So we'll see what we end up with. I am hoping to get the ocean view, but either way we'll do like a room tour and kind of everything when it does come. But I'm really excited, and I know she is as well. Also, while we're over here, I'm still surprised that they closed these locations so early. I feel like a lot of people are still grabbing snacks and food and things like that. So I feel like having the ice cream open would kind of make sense, and then obviously like hot dogs and things. But yeah, I don't know. A lot of stuff here kind of closes early, which is kind of weird to me considering the park is open till 9. I don't know if these are new or not, but I haven't seen them before. They have like window paintings of the Skyliner buckets here to make it look like they're like traveling on the Skyliner. I've never seen this before. And it might not be new, but I don't think I've ever like looked over at these windows. But for now, again, we are getting out of here. So if you did enjoy today's video, please give it a thumbs up. If you guys want to come check this new booth out, I would highly recommend it. Again, it's pretty much the same food you're gonna find around the park. Nothing too crazy except for those 2 items that we tried. So I would recommend them for like sampling purposes. But again, not the craziest thing that we've tried. Either way, we'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.